I have an opinion.
R-CADE. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi.
And how are we all? Waves from all. Waves.
We're good. We're good.
Good. Ash, Nadia, are we? My chat. No, Nadia's okay. But how are you all?
I'm good.
What was that buzzing noise? I heard a buzz.
That was my phone on the table.
Okay, just so we know. That's fine. Good. Okay. You've moved location, Ash. You're in a different part of the room.
I'm in a different corner of my flat. Yes.
Nice. Nadia's moved an entire house away.
I've moved an entire town away.
To a new town completely.
But I have a cat shelf now, which is actually a windowsill.
That's good. We all need a cat shelf.
I'm on brand with my R-CADE mug.
Yes.
Michelle, bring me my One Life Left mug. Sorry, I need
Fetch me
to...
my mug.
I'm looking very orange again.
You
Because
are.
you don't have a nice light, John.
Yeah, you've got like a normal light bulb. That looks like
Just a lamp.
Yeah, you need a daylight light. Daylight light bulb.
I can't fix it anyway because me blinking. Oh, stuff it. It'll do. It's all good. I'm not going to improve my looks in 5 minutes.
Perfect. Okay. Welcome to Yeet or NEET episode 4. We're in 4 now. Yay! There we go. Beautiful. So last week, or actually, I'll do the thing. For those of you who've never seen Yeet or NEET before, the way it works is it's a recommendation show. The 4 of us come together with one geeky recommendation for the other 3. We try to sell it to each other, tell each other about what we're bringing, and then we meet up again a week later to decide whether or not it was a Yeet or a NEET. No, that's the wrong way around. A Yeet or a NEET. Yeah, that'll do, John. Thank you.
People in my chat are just going Yeet.
Yeet.
I don't know if that's a review of your introduction there, Andrew.
Oh, it's okay. Just yeet my introduction. It's fine. I'm having an off day. I'm really having a really bad day for streaming.
I've been off 3 months, mate. Don't worry.
Oh God, tell me about it. So yes, we'll go through everything that we brought to the table last week first. We'll give it a quick yeet or a NEET, and then we'll show everybody what we've brought this week to check out. So, have you got your images and everything ready, John?
Oh, I'm good to go, mate.
I'm
good to go. I'm organised this week.
Fantastic. Okay, so we'll start off with what I suggested last week, and my suggestion was, oh crap, what was my? It was Mike Birbiglia. There we go. I just needed a minute to try and actually say his name properly. Mike Birbiglia, my girlfriend's boyfriend on Netflix, which is a stand-up television comedy show.
Oh no,
John, what?
I've watched the wrong show.
Oh,
I watched the new one.
Oh, you watched the new one from the last year. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. It's fine.
I didn't write down the subtitle. I just wrote down his name. It's all good though. It's the same dude, isn't it?
It is. It's the same guy.
It's the same dude.
It's his latest one, but that's fine. We'll come to you last then, John.
I take it back. I was prepared as I thought I was. For this.
At least you watched one of my things. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Ash, we'll start with Ash.
Yes.
How did you get on? Yes.
So I'm really on the fence about this because I don't usually like American stand-up comics. They feel a bit too like stiff and rehearsed.
Forced, yeah.
So I didn't find him funny, but I was entertained. If that makes sense. Like I wasn't sat there bored and like I'd rather watch something else. I did watch the whole thing, but I didn't laugh once. So I don't know if it's a Yeet or a NEET.
That's mad.
Fantastic. Fantastic One Life Left journalism at its best.
I'd take that as a win. That's fine, as long as you didn't hate it.
Yeah, I wasn't bored, so a soft NEET.
A soft NEET. Okay. It's the kind of thing you could, do some crafts to. Just put it on in the background and yeah. That's cool. I'm happy with that. And yet, it says Tony in my chat. Thank you, Tony, for a yet again. Nadia, what did you think?
So, funnily enough, I was struggling how to explain my reaction to it as well, but it's basically the exact same as Ash's.
What Ash just said.
Where I just sat and crafted well, and it was fine to listen while it was going on in the background, and I was just like, great, okay. But at no point did I go like laugh at all.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, okay, that's the story. Oh, okay, cool. Like, and I don't know, for a comedy show, that makes me say yeet.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, if I'd rather just have it playing in the background, that doesn't necessarily say that I'd ever, like, I wouldn't ever go out, I wouldn't go out of my way to then watch more of his stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it a yeet based on that. Like, it didn't offend me or wasn't awful, it's just, it was very American comedian, and I'm too used to it at this point, because after watching that, I then watched the Daniel Sloss ones, and I just went, oh,
yeah, I feel like comedies went a funny way, that if you're not being sensational and on the verge of being rude, then that's not really, people don't find it funny anymore.
But then it might be down to the fact of, because I find a lot of UK comedians and Irish comedians a lot funnier, and I don't know if that's based on how they deliver it. It's far more tempered for the humour of people in the UK and Ireland, because we are, as a people, better at, you know, like, or more tuned towards like sarcasm and things like that. Yeah. Whereas you've got a lot of American comedy that's very like, I have to hit the punchline here, and here's the punchline. Like, there's no sort of moment where you go, well, you understand. Yeah, it's very like, you can tell how they go through the stories. It's very this punchline, this punchline. And I think it could be a cultural thing, where I find that I do struggle with American comedians. But...
Okay. Fair enough. I take your opinions on board. Thank you very much. No, it's good. No, that's good. I'm glad you at least, you know, gave it a chance. And for anybody else that wants to try it out, yeah, I can see your points, and you know, maybe they'll feel the same. But John, you watched one of the other ones.
Yes, I did.
Your thoughts,
so
please.
I watched a different show, which was called The New One, which was filmed in a theatre on Broadway, which was very nice. I've got a few little notes here. I've been prepared with my notes, at least, if nothing else tonight.
Good.
I very much liked that he was quite like softly spoken. Quite often with American comedians, they are quite coarse and harsh, and it is very much quite sort of shock tactics with like the language and the topics and stuff.
Yep.
But it was a bit. It wasn't the same style, but in terms of the content, it was quite sort of like Michael McIntyre. Like, the jokes were all based around sort of like real life and family situations,
observations. Like
the first joke was just like a couch joke, like, it's a bed that hugs you, and the way he said, I found that quite good. I generally don't laugh at things anyway, because I'm generally just a really depressed, boring kind of person. But it entertained me, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. In terms of my other notes, we have. Thank you for the follow on my channel from Bailable Yeti. Cool name.
Nice.
So I wrote down here, typical family life content. Quite unnerving at times, but softly spoken. Very nice. Oh my god, what's that?
Oh, it's a John.
What was that?
Headphones came out, so I had to plug them back in. Sorry.
Oh my god. Oh.
That was not subtle.
Where was I?
Softly spoken.
Very like that. Not sweary. Wholesome. I like the couch joke. He's a chubby young Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And yeah, I liked it. So it's a neat from me.
Awesome. Thank you, John. Beautiful. Okay. A soft neat, a yeet, and a neat. That's fine. That takes everything in. That's fine. We'll take that. We'll do that. Awesome. Okay, Ash, what was your suggestion from last week? I feel like this is the one that everyone wants to talk about.
So my suggestion from last week was Sarazanmai, which is an anime about 3 middle schoolers who become kappas and they fight monsters. And as Andrew so well put it last week, but stuff happens. By the way, I warned you all. Just want to put that out there. I warned you.
I think there was some confusion with the warning. I mean, you used the word gore.
I said it wasn't gory or sexual or anything like that. Just don't watch it with kids.
In my head, that automatically meant violence and stuff like that, and it's the complete opposite of that, but still shocking.
Yeah, that right. I'll add it and I've got other.
Come to me last for this one.
Oh no, John's got a 1,500 word essay about this one coming.
I've got half a screen actually of
wow,
Word in terms of notes.
Wow.
Those words, what the hell?
Okay, so I fortunately did not let my son watch this one. I just decided to check it out late night one night before I was going to bed, just as the last thing I was going to watch before I went to sleep. I couldn't sleep.
Why you have to sleep well?
No, I couldn't sleep after watching it. And I had to put something else on because my face was this.
That is exactly what my face was like the first time I watched it.
So, for those of you that haven't seen it, there's no butt stuff. Okay, I want to make that clear. That was just being funny for last week. There's butts.
That's in the synopsis for the show.
There's butts, but there's no butt stuff. It's
stuff emerging from and going into.
Emerging and coming. There's in and out of butts, but there's no butt stuff. Wait, oh damn it! That doesn't make it sound any better.
No, it doesn't. No. I don't know how you can make this sound any better.
It's got butts.
It's got butts. A lot of butts, but it's. I think it was the. I don't want to use this word. I can't think of a better word to use, but it was the gooiness of everything that really made it bad, and I can't get over some of the sounds that were made. Why you sound
like you're gonna cry?
Fluid. Thank you, Michelle. Fluids. The fluids were the problem.
It was the viscosity. I think that was really it.
And so, it's a yeet from me. I can't even. I watched one episode. I didn't dare watch a second or third. However, Totana in my chat, Tony, one of our friends, he's now watching every single episode and hasn't stopped. And he's told me that every single episode is the same basic premise. There's a bad zombie thing. They've stolen something. The three of them need to go and fight that thing to get the thing back. The fight involves The fight involves a musical number and going up the butt of the thing. So yeah, I'm sorry, Ash. Thank you for putting that in my life.
Fine.
The thing is, I've watched really weird Japanese stuff before. I've seen some crazy crap in my time, but the level of detail, the animation was gorgeous. But there's no need to have that much gorgeous animation for that subject matter. And that's it. I'm done. Yeet! I'm done. Who's next?
Right. So, again, in a similar bit of I was a bit shocked by it. And I was also watching it in the kitchen with my parents. Well, they weren't watching it. They were there. And I was thankfully facing a wall. So it was, my screen was facing a wall. So it was fine. My cat seen it. She was horrified. Weirdly enough, I kind of want to watch a second episode just to. I don't know if it's that kind of, how you can't look away from a car crash, that kind of feel of it. Honestly, I'm does this get any weirder? Admittedly, though, I did have the conversation with our friend Tony when he was like, "Oh yeah, I watched it," and then he was like, "I keep watching it. Oh my god!" And I went, "Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to watch the second episode." And he's like, "It's an episode that'd be really up your alley." At which point, I didn't know who that was. I was like, "What's that say about me that you think this episode?"
Up your alley's the wrong choice of words there. Now.
I know, right? Yeah. Not good. I'm so embarrassed. I just can't remember. He's like, "Yeah, no, you would." I think this episode is kind of the kind of stuff. I'm like, right, okay, I'm just whatever. So I might watch a second episode. I'm weirded out, and I don't know whether just the weirdness of it. But I can't take cringy things very well. I try and hide in a corner of a room if someone's about to get embarrassed in a show. I will skip past those moments. So when they broke it into the musical number, I was like, yeah. So, a tentative yeet.
What was that? Do that noise again. Do that noise again.
Listen, I am the person who makes all the stupid noise.
A tentative yeet from Nadia.
A tentative yeet based on the fact that I might still watch another episode of it. But I don't know if I'll enjoy it. I might just be torturing myself. I don't know. We'll see.
Apparently the second episode has cats in it. Spoilers for everybody.
I don't want to put stuff in cats, man.
I see enough of my own cat's butt. I don't need any more. when I wake up in the morning, my cat wants fed and he's there on my chest, and I'm like, dude, that's your butt. I don't need any more of that in my life, so thank you. Right, John.
Okay, right, bear with me because I've got some notes that I have to turn around and read here. No, it's genuine. This is genuine
Journalism,
critical analysis right here.
Okay.
Serious business, yes.
As you know, I'm not really into anime. It's kind of just not really my thing. But I thought, you know, I will give it its dues and I shall give it a go. So I have watched the first episode, but I knew going into it, there's bound to be tons of stuff that, you know, I don't get. It's completely new. It's obviously, you know, subtitled, etc. So I thought I should make some notes as I go through. So I have made some notes as I have watched the episode, and it goes a little bit like this. I'll condense them as well, because otherwise this will take far too long. Are you ready, Ash? Magic road sign. Awesome guitar solo at start of theme tune.
Fair.
All touching their heads. Amazon box. Selfie girl takes photo of car thief. Thief is new classmate. Sumo. Weird cucumber eating. Bell dinging summons boys. Destroyed Kappa statue. Kappa cucumber erases memories. Not a goddamn frog. Weird buttock jiggle extraction. Ace Are you even still listening? Okay. Ace Ventura birth sequence. Now they are all frogs, chasing their box and must kill zombies. Oh wait, now they're singing about cardboard and the meaning of life. Strange moment when the subtitle simply says, but. Do the Sarazanmai. Bruce Forsyth poses cause transfer of arse energy or something. I'm a dead zombie. Selfie girl is selfie boy, and that's okay. Live action credits are funky. Did I miss anything?
What was the Bruce Forsyth bit? What was
Not gonna lie, that's a hard yeet for me.
Oh man! Oh wow!
I'm okay. My face is bright red. And I'm kind of actually crying.
Wow, John, that was as
The animation's great though. So.
That
Yeah, the animation is absolutely beautiful, which just makes it all the more horrifying.
I know. I put on the first 2 seconds. I like to check it was the right thing, and like, the first not 2 seconds, but the first like 30 seconds, I was like, this looks amazing. This is really pretty and really well animated. And then it gets really weird. But
Weird. And the rest.
yeah, John, that was
Concise, I thought.
that was as in depth as the butt stuff that happened in the episode. So, Tony's put in my chat that it's an analogy or a metaphor for hidden inner desires.
Mhm.
Up your
Yes.
butt.
They should stay hidden. We don't need them extracted through the butt.
I will pull your secret desires from your asshole.
Is this your card? So that's a yeet, and a tentative yeet. Ash, I'm sorry.
That's alright.
But thank you for bringing us that
enjoyed it.
entertainment.
Thank you
That
for the
was,
entertainment, if nothing
yeah,
else.
exactly. I don't feel like I've wasted 20-30 minutes of my life with that one. I feel like I needed that actually. So yeah.
It's not something we'll ever forget.
No, exactly, and it provided some nice talking. Okay, John, what was your thing from last week?
My thing from last week was oh god, what was it? I can't even remember.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Last of Us
Yeah,
Part
Last of Us
2.
Part 2. Of course it was.
You're as bad as me, man.
So I'm on a right old tangent now.
Me too.
I have now since I've finished the game and I absolutely loved it. What did everyone think if they happened to see any of it? Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay,
Go for it.
you didn't play it.
So I didn't play it because I wasn't going to spend 50 quid on a game I know I'm not going to enjoy. But I did watch Jacksepticeye's playthrough, like his first 2-hour playthrough that he did. And I don't know if it was Jacksepticeye's voice that was annoying me or the game that was annoying me. But I was so irritated for the entire 2 hours.
Wow. Wow.
Basically, like, the game itself, yeah, it looks really pretty, but it's no different to The Last of Us Part 1. And I personally don't think The Last of Us needed a sequel. It feels too much like a cash grab off of a really popular game. So that is a yeet from me, I'm afraid.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
I watched the first half hour on a playthrough basically without any commentary or anything like that. So I watched the first half hour, so I kind of got to see what was kind of going on with it. The horse physics, lovely.
It has got good horses.
This is coming from someone who front flipped off a horse. To be fair,
I front flipped a horse once, not on purpose. Admittedly, the person who was steering the horse was just kind of going zigzagging. I'm like, if you did that on a real horse, it would trip over itself because they're idiots. And all horses, it is it's a truth universally acknowledged that all horses are genuinely trying to kill themselves.
Yeah. The most suicidal creature in the world. Yeah.
Trying to fight one for a plastic bag is an interesting.
Whose horse is this?
And so everything was very pretty. Like, admittedly, it was very pretty. Although, actually, there was parts of it that were like, oh, this is really pretty. And then you get to the character and you look at Ellie and you're just like, why does her face not feel like it's changed as much as the whole graphics are?
She looks like she's made of plastic.
Yeah, like there was a weird sort of, I was like, it's not Uncanny Valley because it doesn't look realistic, but it doesn't seem to fit in with how high res everything else is.
Okay.
And again, it was the first half hour, so it was maybe just a bit boring, but I don't know. I don't know. It's not a game I think I'm gonna buy. And without having really seen much more of it, I don't really know. But then that's kind of spoiling most of the game for me, so why would I play it anyway?
Okay.
Fair. Okay. I, much like Ash, have not purchased the game yet, John. I tried to...
I've got a copy for sale for £38, so that's interesting.
Because you finished it. I tried to watch as many... Okay, so I didn't watch any live streams. I want to enjoy the game myself, but I feel like a hypocrite trying to review a game without having actually played the game. But I did watch like a million spoiler-free reviews somehow. So I know nothing of the story, but I know everything about the gameplay, how it handles, how it looks, the graphics, everything like that, and how it relates to the first one. So, I mean, from what I've read and what I've seen myself personally, there's definite improvement from the first game. I mean, it's been 7 years since the first one came out. I mean, it was 2013 for Last of Us 1 on PlayStation 3. So nearly a generation and a half ago. But yeah, from what I've seen... Technically speaking, the game looks, sounds, and plays better than the first one. Not majorly better than the first one, but enough. The first one was already, the bar was that high that it couldn't really... I think the first one's like the highest rated on Metacritic or something like that, if I remember rightly. Mm-hmm. And I think Last of Us 2 is 95 on Metacritic, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, well, it's dropped a little bit because the user reviews are definitely lower, but it's a story-based game, so you either resonate with the story or you think the story's a complete waste of time. But it is very hard to give a proper judgment unless you've seen it through to the conclusion, because... The first few hours, it is very much a retread of the mechanics of the first game.
It's teaching you how to play the game and kind of giving you a bit of backstory so that you can play it separate from the first one. Yeah,
it very much depends. You know, if you didn't like the first game, you won't like the second at all because the gameplay is just the same thing, just more refined. But story-wise, depending on your view of the story, which I can't.
You don't want to
mention it. If you do want to hear more about it, though, we have obviously got our review show that I did with, which is on our YouTube channel now.
Yes.
Which is full of spoilers. So you either like the story or you don't. And if you like it, as I did, then you'd be shouting from the rooftops about how good it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so is it just 3 yeets then, basically?
No. No. For me, it's going to be a possible or tentative NEET. Because I love the first game so much, and from everything I've read in terms of the gameplay and the graphics and the sound engineering being improvements, I probably reckon it will be a NEET after I play it. I know there are issues with story, and I feel like I need to judge that story on my own terms and not go off of what everybody else's opinions are. I need to experience it myself.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those ones that was very difficult to review because I could only do it based on watching someone else play, and that's obviously not the way that you should experience games to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So obviously only watching the first half hour might have thinged it. It's nothing that's made me nothing I've heard out of it has made me come forward and go, I don't know, I want to play this right now. I might when I can get it in second hand years down the line and for a lot cheaper. But that's why it's like it was a weird thing for me to try and think of critically, because like as a game or the cinematics of it and all that kind of thing. So unfortunately, Yeet.
That's fine. So 2 Yeets, and I'm a tentative NEET from me, John. There you go.
Yes.
Give you one. Okay. Last up, Nadia, what was your item from last week, s'il vous plaît?
I wanted everyone to check out a band called Black Honey. They are a British band. I met one of the guitarists' mum actually at one of their concerts. It was quite fun.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a nice wee fact. Mostly because she was like standing up on a bench and went, "Sorry, that's my son in the band. I'm going to stand." I was like, "It's all right. We're standing on the bench as well. It's fine."
That's how a lot of the gigs that I played, my mum was also there, and that's how she met a lot of people too. It was weird. She just follows me around. I love my mum, but stop coming to cool things, please. You're embarrassing me, Mum.
Righto.
So how did everyone think of Black Honey?
Yeah.
I have an answer.
You want to go first this time, John? Go for it.
Yeah. So I made some notes again.
Don't get mixed up with the.
Not be great.
Yeah, don't get mixed up with the butt stuff notes. Don't mix them up.
It's all good. It's on separate paragraphs. I've double spaced it and everything. I got elements of the Cardigans and Texas.
Nice.
From the lead singer. It has Oasis and late 90s style guitar solos, which are quite simple. It has twangy guitars, a bit Quentin Tarantino westernish. Sounds like Kira Matthews from Catatonia, but not Tom Jones. Late 90s kind of stuff. I listened to Careen, All My Pride, Dig, and Cadillac. Careen was my favourite song. It felt... it's probably not an album that I would buy, but I liked it. Had some cool, typical kind of like late 90s style guitar stuff. Well, is this like a current band? Is this a new band?
Yeah.
I only first discovered them last year. They've been together very long. I think they've decided to go for a kind of slightly more retro, or I say retro, it's like 90s, like that kind of older style, where that's kind of their aim.
It was inoffensive, nice pop rock, and I have no reason to dislike it, so I'm going to say NEET.
Yeah.
Nice. Ash, did you get a chance to check them out?
Yeah, so I watched a whole bunch of their videos on YouTube. I really liked the aesthetic of the videos. It's a really nice aesthetic, totally my jam.
I didn't watch any videos, sorry.
But
I didn't even think I could watch it on videos.
Unfortunately, I really don't like the lead singer's voice. It's just a bit too on the whiny indie rock level for me. So this is a yeet from me, I'm afraid.
Fair enough. For me, I listened to the entire album. There's only one full album. I think there's an EP, if I remember rightly, as well. There's some other random tracks, right? Because they only formed about 4 or 5 years ago. Is that right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
They're still kind of like they're very much, they don't want to keep they don't churn out music.
Yeah.
Their thing is like, if we feel it, if we get that moment where we kind of go, yes.
You got some creativity, then that's when you make
Which is why a lot of their videos are very artistic or aesthetic based, or just weird.
Again, same as John, I forgot that videos were a thing for music.
Remember Lobster Silence?
Yeah, I don't know why I forgot.
Watched that video. I watched that video.
You don't think of YouTube when you think of music.
I do usually. I just don't know why the Spotify. I don't know why I just went straight to Spotify, but I did.
Yeah, I Spotify.
Yeah. So the album was solid. There's nothing that jumps out at me. Unfortunately, they're okay. They didn't really. Again, you've talked about them sort of going for that 90s, not retro, but that kind of feel.
Yeah.
I think the only track that really made me sort of perk up my ears was the Tarantino style track with that sort of that guitar style with it, which is nice. But as Michelle said actually in my chat, kind of vanilla. They're okay. They're nice. Ironically, for someone called Black Honey, I'm going to call them kind of vanilla. Thanks, Michelle. I don't hate them though, so it's not like It's not like I wouldn't listen to them. I would quite happily, if someone put them on in the background, I wouldn't be offended. Like if somebody put Nickelback on in the background, I would throw their stereo out the window. But I wouldn't do that with Black Honey. I would be okay. That's fine. I can listen to that. So yeah, I'll give them a soft NEET, just above the line for me. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Two neats.
Two NEETs. Well done.
I got some needs for them.
Awesome. Okay, so just quick recap of everybody's yeets and neets. So my first one is Mr. Berbiglia. Mike, what were your yeets and neets for that?
Neat.
Yeet.
Soft, neat.
Soft, neat, a hard, a hard thumbs down, and a wee neat. Okay, not bad, not bad. Thank you. Ash Sarazanmai. Nadia's just like. Yeet. That's a yeet from me. Sorry, Ash. I'm still happy you made me watch it though. Thank you. Okay, and then John.
That was a yeet. That's what they do, isn't it? They all go like that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Whatever. I don't know.
Just dab, John, and we'll move on. It's okay.
I'm not going to attempt that. That's the closest you'll ever get from me.
Okay, and then John's thing was obviously The Last of Us Part 2. Yeet. A yeet. I'll give you a neat, a little neat, a little neat, which is like this. I don't want to. And finally,
the Orange Cassidy had thumbs up.
The Orange Cassidy thumbs up.
Like how 3 people did it, and just like what?
Michelle actually in my chat said, "Don't know, John. We've got you in a Fortnite T-shirt. We will get a dab from you one day."
One day.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he'll play Final Fantasy 14 before he will dab.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Photoshop job if you want to see me dab.
No, you haven't seen the monstrosities Andy's made with Photoshop recently.
Oh, they're so
I
pretty.
saw that Minecraft thing. That was brilliant.
Oh no! Wait till you have to see the. I'll send them to the group chat after we're finished tonight. Don't worry. You'll get to experience them as well. They're gorgeous. Sorry, and then the last thing was Black Honey with Nadia. Mine's is again a soft neat.
Yeet. No, neat.
And that's a yeet from Ash. Awesome. Okay, so wow, that was some quick reviewing, especially from Sarazanmai. I thought Sarazanmai would be more of a talking point, but it was just me.
I feel like we all
I'll
like.
read my notes again if anyone needs.
No, please don't.
I think the moment's gone.
Andy, you said pretty much everything. Like, I don't think there was like any conflicting reasons.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I kind of jumped that one. I was like, Okay, so moving on to next week. We each got a new geeky thing. Oh, well, I say geeky thing. They're not really geeky. Mine isn't geeky. Mine is just a really...
we like,
Mine's not that
and that we
geeky.
want other people to like.
Things you might
I've
like.
gone really conceptual this week.
You
so.
said you were going to.
Well, I've had to go sensible just to balance out the madness of whatever the hell Ash comes up with.
Mine's not that bad. Mine's not that bad. No butt stuff this week.
Normal.
I've been on a bit of a yeet streak lately. I don't think I've managed to get many neats out of you guys. So and I don't think that's going to change with my suggestion for this week. So what I'm suggesting for you guys this week is a band from the early 2000s. They are known as Halo. Nothing to do with the game. Nothing to do with Beyonce. Nothing to do with.
What is the picture on the album cover? I can't work it out.
It's a lady. I apologize for that too. It's their so the band are called Halo. This is their album called Lunatic Ride. It was released in 2002. It's an oldie. They've got this sort of very early Muse vibe about them. They were that sort of when Muse were back in the early 2000s as well, because Muse were I think it was Showbiz was their first album.
Muse was good.
You remember early Muse? Yeah. So it's kind of got that kind of vibe on it with a little bit of theatrics on top. So I don't know. I get there's sort of like Evanescence-y vibes on it as well. There's sort of chorusy vibes. It's really it's one of my. It's not one of my favorite albums of all time, but I still think it's a solid album, and I do go back to it. They only made one album. No, sorry, they've made two albums. total. But the second album was released 10 years later in 2012, and by that time it was a completely different band, completely different sound, and everything had changed. So they really only had this one album that had the sound I liked, and this was back in 2002. So Jesus, 18 years ago now. That's insane. So yeah, I hope you guys will like it. I hope you guys enjoy it. That's my pick for this week, Halo Lunatic Ride. You can find it on Spotify.
I like my early 2000s cheesy
rock
stuff, so
yeah.
I am up for this.
Yeah, if you're saying that Evanescence feel and Muse feel,
Yeah,
Early
I
Muse.
really like Muse.
Early Muse, like showbiz stuff. It's really good. The lead singer's voice, he sings like in a higher sort of octave, so there's this kind of weird Savage Garden kind of vibe coming off of it as well.
Like that.
Yeah, kind of yeah, but it's good. It's good. I hope you'll enjoy it. Yeah, Ash, what have you got for us this week?
So I've gone a bit conceptual this week, and rather than suggest a actual piece of pop culture for you, I'm suggesting a pop cultural experience. So,
Sounds like my was a pop culture.
Last week already was an experience. I can't take any more of
it's not
this.
that bad. It's not that bad this week, I promise.
Oh,
I just dropped water right there.
are you okay?
Oh, are you alright?
Yeah, I've just dropped water. It's fine. Keep talking.
Okay. So, this week I'm basically a big part of the K-pop, being a K-pop fan, is getting to know the group and the public persona that they put out there. And specifically, it is learning the names of the members and choosing what is known as a bias, which is a favourite.
Okay.
So basically, I'm asking you to learn the names of a K-pop group called 17.
Learn the names.
How many members did 17 got?
Does it?
13.
What?
Yeah.
I was going to do NCT, because NCT have 21 members.
No, but
Yeah,
they're called
they've got different
17.
subsections of NCT.
Yeah. But, so yeah, there are 13 members of... Oh, that's my favourite picture of them, actually.
Oh, really?
That's just come up on the R-CADE stream.
There you go.
So there are 13
really.
members. I've chosen 17 because they have the widest range of music, and they are in the process of promoting their new, I think it's their new mini album. So there's lots of stuff on YouTube that's more to do with their personalities rather than the music. So I'm not asking you to review the
I've
music.
got to watch 13 YouTube videos.
No.
No, you got to learn about
Okay.
13 people, John.
So yeah, I'm not asking you to review their music. I'm asking you to review the experience of trying to get to know the members and learn their names, basically.
Okay.
Conceptual.
So
It's
I'm
the-
confused.
The recommendation is learn the culture of K-pop.
Learn about this one group in particular.
Have they done any, because the best way that I used to learn members of K-pop groups was when they did reality shows, like Hello
Yeah.
Baby and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so documentary
Yeah.
type
Is
stuff.
there any
Yeah,
that you would
yeah.
recommend for 17?
I would recommend their self-produced one, Going 17. It is available on their YouTube channel.
Okay.
Subtitled as well.
I will make notes that
That's
I
fine.
get the right thing.
Because I thought I'd throw that out there because that's usually how I used to
Yeah.
remember people in bands.
Michelle has pointed out the same thing. She's having the same problem that I'm having. That there
But there
are.
are 17.
Why?
So basically, before they debuted, there was 17 of them, but 4 of them left for whatever reason.
Okay.
So now they say that it's 17 because they have 3 subsections, and then they have something that makes 4. I don't really understand it myself. It's a load of rubbish.
Sounds like a name for a band. Came up with the original name, didn't really think about what if one of these 17 people decides to leave.
Yes.
Like what happens in every band ever
Listen,
of all
there
time.
was a K-pop, and I don't know if they still are around, called Teen Top. What was
Teen-
happening when any of those band members aged out of being teenagers?
Yes.
Teen Top. Well, to be fair, Michelle's pointed out that there's only 3 members of 5, the British UK band, left. So there's 3 members of 5 currently touring, which doesn't make any sense because they're called 5.
Right,
So
then.
yeah, that makes okay.
Yes.
I've made my
And
The
the
one
peace.
where it's kind of unavoidable because one of them
fine.
died.
It's fine. What?
Yeah. What?
What?
Did one of 5 not die?
No.
That's Boyzone.
Boyzone.
Boyzone, that was
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Boyzone.
Was
Yeah.
it Stephen Gately, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. I didn't know that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is there still 7 people in S Club 7?
God,
yes.
no, there's like
No,
3 of
they
them.
became S Club because was it Paul? Somebody left.
Yeah.
Paul left, and then
and
when
then-
they did their reunion, there was like 3 of them.
And then
Yeah.
what happened to the kids? S Club kids.
They became 3 of them joined to become.
Were they not the
what are they
Saturdays?
The Saturdays, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They started that sort of rock band. Yeah.
No.
I remember. No, what?
No, they were a pop band. They were a
The
girl
Saturdays
group.
were a pop band, man.
What did you say?
The Saturdays.
Yeah, I can't hear over the buzzing. Who's buzzing?
Who's buzzing?
Is anyone else here buzzing?
I don't know. Can I get? I'm gonna grab a towel for 2 seconds. 'Cause I
Okay. Yeah, you spill a lot of water. You go. Nadia.
Patiently sitting there while
Tony says
soaking
Nadia
the
is
carpet.
buzzing. Oh, because it'll come up green around her. Whoever's the buzzing, it will come up as you're active on Discord. Your microphone's picking stuff up. Okay.
We'll just have to talk over it.
No, it's fine.
I mean, I'm gonna give you guys a memory test next week, so
Oh,
you
no.
need to learn. You need to learn all 13 members because I have. This is really sad. Just to fill time while Nadia's gone. I have 17 photo cards, so I will be testing your memory on who's who.
So I can't have my laptop here with my notes then for that, can I?
I mean, you can, but that would be cheating.
Wouldn't be much fun. Okay, I can do that. I'll give it a go.
Oh
I'll give
no.
it a go.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna make my own flashcards if that's okay, but I won't have them while I'm being tested. That's.
Okay.
That's
I
I
mean-
will not have flashcards.
It's really easy to learn who they all are if you watch the reality shows, and I'll drop some introduction videos in the group chat at some point as well.
Okay. She's back. All good? No, she can't hear me.
Totally fine.
All good?
Yes.
Okay.
Lovely. It was just water.
Nice. Yeah, not like a noodle pot like I did.
Yeah, I didn't fall into my laptop and fell against the wall. And given that I'm in a new house, that's
Yeah, I spilled noodles all over my laptop at the shop, so that wasn't good. Yeah. Anyway, who's next? It is John.
And my recommendation
You weren't ready.
for why are you laughing?
You weren't ready, were you? You're
I
like,
was totally ready. I was just looking. I was reading my chat and stuff. Anyway, God's sake. My recommendation this week is the TV series The Ozark. Actually, it's not called The Ozark. It's just called Ozark.
It's just
and
called
it is
Ozark.
on Netflix. The third series has just concluded on Netflix, and it's basically about this family here. The woman's quite famous. She's been in lots of things, and the guy, whose name I also can't remember. Well, his name's Marty Bird in the show, but his real name I can't remember. But he's in like loads of cool like sitcom stuff, and this is like his first big drama thing that he's done. So there we go. This is the Ozark, and I have got the synopsis here, which rather than me try and read it all out to you, I can read out the actual synopsis rather than me try and describe it all to you very specifically. So bear with 2 seconds. So Emily says in my chat, why do you keep sharing dull trash? Right, we've got some real buzz.
Oh,
Buzzed.
yeah, it's Nadia. Nadia's
Jason
buzzing.
Bateman, that's his name.
Nadia's buzzing. I can tell because I just muted Nadia and it's gone on my stream. So.
There we go.
Oops, I made Nadia giant. Sorry,
there we go.
Nadia.
Oh, it's
No,
good now.
no,
I'll get going. So,
Is the buzzing gone?
Yes.
it's perfect now. So, after a money laundering scheme for a Mexican drug cartel goes wrong, financial advisor Marty Bird proposes to make amends by offering to set up a bigger laundering operation in the Lake of the Ozarks region of central Missouri. Marty suddenly relocates his family from the Chicago suburbs to the remote summer resort community of Osage Beach, Missouri. When the Birds arrive in Missouri, they become entangled with local criminals, including the Lamore and Snell families, and later the Mafia. I quite like it. It's a typical kind of like drug gang, drug business type kind of thing with like sort of normal man gets caught up in drug dealing, well, Mexican drug cartels and stuff. Boring Breaking Bad, says Emily. No, it's not. Anyway, the reviews are next week, but I quite enjoyed it.
I've seen this advertised quite a lot. I mean, I use Amazon all the time, and yeah, it's always kind of come across to me as Breaking Bad, but with I don't know, just with a family and stuff, and it looks good. I'm kind of been wanting to watch it, but it's in my catalogue of things that I need to watch. You know.
Spoilers: it's not as good as Breaking Bad,
Okay.
but it's all right. I liked it.
Is that the one where they had the? Is that the show that had a big buzz about getting its next season, or was like people were kind of like weirdly fanatic about it?
It was cancelled and then renewed for a 4th season.
Yeah.
It's
I think I've heard of it.
It gets better as it goes on.
Yeah.
and it's is it Jason Bateman is the main guy? I think.
Yes.
Just off the face, just recognising him. I can't remember the name of the female actress, but she was the one that was in Truman Show. If I remember rightly, from like early '90s as well. She was Truman's wife.
I discovered the reason for the buzzing.
What happened?
Remember the other day we were testing it, and I kept my mobile phone under it for some reason. I'd moved my mobile phone under it for some reason. So that was causing my mic to buzz. My bad.
It was the internet. The mobile reception coming through the speaker. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We had I got all the volume levels wrong 3 weeks ago. Last week we had Ash's PS4 taking off in the background. This week we've got Nadia's phone buzzing like a little buzzy bee. It's fine.
And
we always
seagulls.
have. It's like it's a
The
running
seagulls
thing.
are off.
Oh, you can see. It's a running thing. It's fine. It's fine. Awesome. No, it's fine. You had your because you've got a new mic, so you had your phone under the mic. Never mind. I'm not.
Yeah.
Gonna...
So it was in the drawer, so it's buzzing through the mic, and so it's causing that problem.
All good.
But that's why it fixed when I unplugged it, because my laptop mic doesn't react to it.
Cool, but Ozark from John, thank you. We will definitely. I'm definitely going to check it out because I was going to watch it.
I shall look forward to my 3 yeets next week.
I'm going to just be like, it's no Breaking Bad, man. I'm sorry, it's crap. It's a crap Breaking Bad. I'm sorry.
I mean, I didn't like Breaking Bad anyway.
Oh, did you not?
I've never watched Breaking Bad, mostly because I wasn't really interested in the premise.
Ooh.
It's not worth the hype.
They don't alternate the frogs at any point. Or do they?
It's not a frog.
Don't call them frogs. That's where the problems rise.
John, you're going to get sucked out your own butt if you call it a frog. If you not learn anything from that episode. Okay, finally, we've got Nadia. Nadia, what is your item for next week?
My suggestion this week is this week, next week, whatever. I'm not going to say that you have to watch the anime for this. I will say the manga, mostly because if you're anything like me, reading a manga is faster. And with this show in particular, it's called Yu Yu Hakusho. It is one of my all-time favorite manga series, and I really like the anime as well. Mostly because it doesn't really, or at least to the point where I got in, it didn't really deviate very much. Like, it didn't have tons of filler. It's basically based on the idea that there's this Yankee kid who ends up dying. But the afterlife has no space for him because he wasn't meant to die. He basically needlessly sacrificed himself for something that wasn't ever going to be a problem. And so the afterlife were like, well, you weren't really supposed to die. So we'll give you this chance to come back to life. You've just got to, do all these good things, and hopefully it all turns out well.
Okay.
And basically he ends up being recruited as a detective for the afterlife. And he basically goes through all these different adventures, fighting against demons, fighting against bad spirits. And it's kind of like your epitome of shonen, where he teams up with his old rivals and becomes good friends with them and makes friends with his enemies and all that kind of stuff. And it's all action-packed and it's all really fun, and it's one that I really, really enjoyed. And the reason I'm saying you can read the manga instead of watch the anime is that it does take a little bit to get started. Like, I will admit that the first few episodes and things like that can be a bit slow. So I tend to just like fire through them in the manga. So yeah, I recommend Yu Yu Hakusho.
Awesome. Thank you. Cool. I've just realised that I've spelt NEET wrong on my screen.
The day was a day.
See, I was going to mention it, but I thought it was a stylistic thing.
No, I didn't mean it at all.
You don't have 2 E's.
I could have played that.
I
could have played that off as so cool, but I was like, no, but I've got to admit this.
I spelled it right.
To the audience out there, we're having a very special day today. It's called not really being aware of the concept of time or life in itself.
Yeah, I'm having a really neat day with 2 E's, so it's going really well. Awesome, thank you. I thought I'd point it out before the end, because just in case somebody called me out on it and I had to admit it, I was like, I'll just get it out of the way.
Did you
there.
spell Yeet with an EA?
No, I didn't. I can spell yeet perfectly fine. Unfortunately, I yeeted the neat right out of here. So, yeah, 2 E's. Guys, thank you very much for joining me this week. It's been an experience.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll never forget the some of the things I think that we had to watch this week.
That would be clipped, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I will say, the point of the anime, which was fantastically well put, is the idea of making connections, and I feel like we three made connections.
Yeah.
That's not. Those no.
Just end the stream.
No. But what's
any worse?
Always thank you to One Life Left. Thank you, John. Thank you, Ash, for joining us.
Thank you, Marking.
I will do my usual shout out in my stream games. And go follow them if you don't already, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, go follow them again if you don't already. And we will see you this time next Tuesday, 8 p.m. for another Yeet or NEET. But if you're watching right now, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in about 5-10 minutes for some Rumble Pack wrestling
I
talk.
unfortunately will not be.
Without Nadia. It will be me and Sam and possibly someone else. I don't know. I still have to ask him. John, Ash, Nadia, thank you very much. I will see you next week, okay? Bye, One Life Left.
Goodbye. Goodbye.